Pretty Boy Wu.
Yeah.
Majority decision against Kelvin Davis.
Yeah.
It was the fight that, between that and Tiger and Boca Chica, the fight that we thought were like the most interesting and intriguing.
Okay.
Besides, Keyshawn De Los Santos, that ended up didn't happen.
I thought Troy Isley had a good one too.
I didn't know too much about the boy.
No, I ain't know nothing about him, but when I looked at him, I'm like, he gonna be difficult. And I looked at where he's from, Brazil. They got power punchers come out of there.
What was your thoughts on Wu's performance?
I thought it was like a necessary performance. I say necessary because the guy that fought, the Wu that fought Keyshawn and the Wu that fought Kelvin is two different guys. It's not the same guy. Why? Because Keyshawn and Wu closer in height, so you can box a little more. Kelvin being tall like that, what's his name had to go get his food. He had to go looking for it. I mean, he had to create big openings. I mean, for big right hands and things like that. So I say necessary because those are the adjustments you got to make based off the guy you fighting. Not just I can fight. I'm still gonna fight like this, but I gotta talk. No, you gotta fight like that's a tall guy. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta jump at him and all that, but I'm saying you gotta respect that you gotta respect that he's tall as he is, and I gotta change a little bit of the game plan. I think Wu should have beat the body up a little more when those opportunities he had when Kelvin was up against the ropes. But outside of that, keeping him at bay and firing that right hand when he wanted to, stinging him early, I think he did a great job. He went in there and took what he wanted. You know what I mean? And he proved a lot of people wrong. Not a lot of people, like everybody was saying Kelvin was gonna win, but looking at the matchup, you like, dang. I'm talking about somebody who don't know. I see what I see. So I knew that Wu was gonna most likely get over. He just couldn't get caught with a big shot. He get caught with a big shot, then Kelvin probably would have beat him. But
yeah, because the reality is Kelvin's cracking.
Because all right, and people gonna say you ain't know shit. I'm gonna tell you why I knew. What's his name?
Kelvin.
Wu been in there with more. He been in there more rounds. I knew he could last. I knew he was tough. I already know where he's from. I know, you know what I'm saying? I watched Wu when he was a kid. I watched him when he probably was like 13, 14. That's when I got hip to him. I mean, he was training at ABC back then. You know what I'm saying? Always down for the competition. He get up for the competition. He gonna do what he got to do. Kelvin, when I watch Kelvin fight, a lot of fights with Kelvin, he break down or he indecisive in his mind. In his mind, he'll start off good, but then the second it don't work, he get away from it. You know what I mean? Just because something don't work, repeatedly don't mean it's not gonna work later on. He'll totally get away from it. So me watching that, and I know he don't use his height completely. So that's how I knew. But it was a good matchup though. It was a good matchup. It was good to see. You know what I mean? I respect Kelvin for taking that fight. And Wu, Wu just showed that it was a difference. I'm not the guys you've been punching on. I'm a little bit different from that.
Kelvin the puncher. I didn't see Kelvin put shit in the dirt.
Yeah.
Wu's looked at as the boxer. Did it surprise you that Wu, the 35, moving up, was able to hurt Kelvin multiple times?
No, because Wu is familiar with the 40-pound division, and then when it comes to boxing in Philly, he boxed all types of guys. You know what I'm saying? So you gonna box guys. Sometimes they be 54-pounders and shit like that. Wu one of them guys. He'll work with you. I ain't never see Wu box no light heavyweight or nothing like that. But I seen him box. You know what I mean? 54-pounders, 60-pounders, 40-pounders, 47-pounders. So the 140-pound division, the 140-pound division ain't too far from what he got going on. And he's been in there at a high top competition at 35. So to go in there at 40 against a Kelvin, it wasn't too much of a jump for him. It wasn't too bad for him.
Where does he go from there? Because
he got a lottery ticket right now.
35?
He got a lottery
40?
ticket right now. Whoever called, let's brawl. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get it in. I don't think the 5 pounds really bothered him too much. I think he felt better. All right, Cuddy.
Shit, he told me he only rehydrated to 42.
Yeah, I believe that. But that's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? It wasn't no need to beef him up. If you would have beefed him up, he probably wouldn't have had the endurance that he had that night. So a guy blowing to 42, he's still a man. You know what I'm saying? And that's what people need to understand. But
what was your thoughts on the 95-95, that first scorecard?
I mean, that's a lot of Vegas. It's a lot of, top rank, trying to show, it's like a threat. I don't know. That was weird. 95 was weird. But they blame it on the judges. But, judges tripping.